Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reading some scary stories on Quora. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I just found this website, and I'm thinking maybe they're these short. I'm gonna be reading short stories. Maybe they're, like fun to read and listen to. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, that was totally not the best place for an intro, but it'll work. Alright, let's go. About 7 years ago, I got an invitation to attend my cousin's dinner party. I have never seen my cousin before and only spoke to him on the phone. I was surprised that his family unexpectedly invited me after all these years. The invitation did had an sorry. The invitation had an uncharted address that the GPS was unfamiliar with. I used a map and pinned its location. As I'm driving, I tend to notice how far I ventured off from civilization. Trees after trees, farms after farms. Where the flip am I going? Sorry, I don't like cussing on this channel. I mean, in the last video, part 2, I think, said the S word, so. And I skipped the Owaki, part 2. So that's fun. Or it's part 3, and then I just have not edited it yet. But I'm pretty sure it's part 2. I finally found a similar address that might be it. Approaching the house, I noticed how dull and dreary it looks. It's completely engulfed with leaves and branches. This can't be it, I said to myself. As soon as I entered the rocky driveway, my aunt and uncle came out to greet me. They seemed excited and welcoming. Walking into the house, I asked where my cousin is. Answering immediately, he went out. Where I asked where my cousin is. Answering immediately, he went to run a few errands and he should be back later. We spent the whole couple of hours talking about my mother and family. My aunt made delicious homemade pot roast that I finished off in minutes. After dinner, we played an enduring game of Uno. It was surprisingly fun and competitive. When we finished, it was almost dark, and still no sign of my cousin. Regardless, I had to leave. It was almost dark, and I would have trouble getting out of the dreadful place. My GPS was ineffective, so I asked my aunt and uncle the most efficient way to get onto the highway. They gave me a puzzled look. I thought you were staying the night. I told them I couldn't because I had work tomorrow and couldn't afford to miss another day. It's much better if you leave tomorrow morning. Trust me, you'll get lost. I shrugged it off, told them not to worry, in adept Guys, I cannot read today. I said in adept navigator. I'm an adept navigator. I could get out the Sahara Desert. Looking aggravated, they strongly advised me to stay for the night, for my own sake. At this point, I was getting pissed and irritated. I sighed, fine, I'll stay the night, but I have to get up early for work. Both of them seemed strangely ecstatic that I was staying the night. As soon as they went to go to get my bed sheets and pillows, I ran out the door and got in my car. I hastily pulled out the driveway. It took me a while, but I found my way out of the depressing place. I got home an hour later than expected. It was 11 and I didn't want to wake my parents up. Climbing my fence and entering the back door, I noticed the kitchen lights were on. As soon as I took my first step in the door, I saw my mom sitting there looking impatient. "Where were you?" she asked. "I was at Aunt Deborah's. You knew this." "Then why did she call me saying you never arrived?" Okay. And then it says, to this day, I never knew who I visited. Okay, so upvote for sure. That was a pretty good story. And then, you know what? With every story, I'm gonna do this new thing. With every story I read on this Quora thing, I'm gonna like it and then just do a comment. You know, so I'll just say amazing story. Amazing story! Exclamation. I would comment. Gonna read. Let's read 3 comments. I was imagining the pot roast was actually your cousin. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking the same. This dude said, me too. Something like that happens in movies. Green fried tomatoes. Seems like you've been reading too much Lamb to the Slaughter. Alright. And there's way more. Let's find something else scary. Let's see, scary. Oh jeez. Okay, so I cannot, find anything. No, I don't need extremely scary facts. Okay, I'll be wait. What is the strangest thing you've seen in, cemetery? Do you want to read that? That's not that long. Let's read it. My mother was afraid of dying, and of being buried in the ground. She became terminally ill at 80 years old, had to go to the nursing home. She was an animal lover like me and had a cat at the time. I took her cat to the vet, and he was diagnosed. Is that the word? That's the word, right? That's how you pronounce him. With terminal cancer and put down. I never told my mother. My sister and I were at my mother's bedside when she died. I held her hand during her last 4 hours and told her we loved her and do not be afraid. I told Mama that when she got to the other side to send us some kind of sign that she was okay. After she died that night, my sister and I were driving home separately. My other sister was driving from another state to our hometown. Both of them saw a falling star and thought of Mama. I did not see the star. A couple months later, my mother's ashes were placed in an urn at the cemetery. I immediately drove to the cemetery to view the urn. All around her urn were fresh cat prints in the white sand. There was no cat in sight. This was my mother's sign to me that she was okay. I missed the falling star, but my mama knew I would not miss the paw prints. Okay, so that isn't really scary, but you know, let's upvote it still. I love the story. I love the story. Oh wow, and there's like a picture to go with it. October 18th? That's 6 days after I was born. Well, not 1932, but you know, I was not born in 1932, guys. Terrifying thing. Yay, I am amazing at finding scary stories. Okay. Ah, their money. $2 a month. Wow. Okay. Well, clearly, for the next time I do this, I need to get a couple scary stories and then, um, just open up each tab to read them. Um, so that's what I'll do next time. I'll definitely come prepared, more prepared than this. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna end off the video there. Peace.